If a girl touches this in front of you, she really likes you. Psychology tips. The eyes are the window to the soul, but the hands are the door. Have you ever found yourself in a room with her? No words exchanged, but the air between you seems charged. That electric tension lingering just when her gaze holds yours a second too long. Or the subtle, almost unnoticeable way she fiddles with something, her necklace, her sleeve, like her hands are speaking for her, saying things her lips won't dare to utter. Welcome to a world where communication isn't about what's said, it's about what's felt. Women have an uncanny ability to convey everything without saying a single word. It's not about random movements or habits. These are signals, small but significant gestures that reveal more than you realize. The way she gently twirls her hair, or how she adjusts her phone when you're nearby, these aren't mere actions. They are subconscious expressions of her emotions, quiet confessions of attraction, curiosity, even desire. Her body is speaking louder than you think. If you've ever wondered, is she into me? Then you're about to find out. In this video, we'll break down the 10 things she might touch in front of you and what those touches really mean on a psychological and emotional level. No fluff, no guessing games, just real, science-backed insights into the signs you might be missing. Let's dive in and decode the signals. Sign number 1, her clothing or sleeves. If you're a man trying to understand the subtle signs of attraction, pay attention to the way a woman interacts with her clothing around you. This is more than just a matter of style, it's psychology at work. Sign number 1, her sleeves, her shirt, or any part of her outfit. Have you ever noticed her tugging at her sleeves or adjusting her shirt when you're near? It's not a random act or because her clothes are out of place. When a woman likes you, even if she hasn't fully processed it yet, she becomes acutely aware of her appearance in your presence. And here's where it gets interesting. The adjustment isn't about the clothes themselves. It's about the way she feels in your company. It's a subconscious attempt to present herself in the best light possible. You might not hear the words, "I want to look good for you," but these small, almost imperceptible movements speak volumes. This is a classic example of body language, a quiet, nonverbal communication that reveals her interest. In the midst of conversation, her actions might seem casual, but underneath it all is a mix of nervous energy and subconscious desire. Psychology tips suggest that these actions are driven by an emotional connection that's still being processed in her mind. She wants to look attractive, but she might not always realize that her behavior is a clear sign of attraction. It's important to recognize that this is one of the many unspoken ways women communicate their feelings. If you're trying to decode love advice or dating tips, pay attention to these subtle cues. They tell you more about how she feels than any words could. The next time you're talking to her and see those small adjustments, whether she's smoothing her sleeve or tugging at her shirt, remember this. It's a sign she's thinking about her appearance in relation to you. Don't ignore it. This is one of the many ways a woman shows that she's interested, even if she's too shy or unsure to say it outright. These signs aren't accidental. They're rooted in the psychology of attraction, a silent language that speaks louder than words ever could. So when she makes sure her outfit is just right around you, take note. It's her subconscious telling you exactly how she feels. Understanding this body language can give you insight into her emotions and intentions. It's a sign of attraction, a way for her to signal that she's aware of the effect you have on her. If you're serious about learning psychology tips and improving your dating game, don't overlook these subtle signs. They're more telling than you might think. And the next time she adjusts her shirt, remember, she's silently saying, "I care about how I look when I'm around you." Sign number 2, her neck. Let's get straight to it. This one is subtle, easy to miss, yet it packs a powerful punch. There's something incredibly magnetic about the way a woman touches her neck when she's around someone she's attracted to. It isn't random. It's not just a passing gesture. In fact, it's one of the most revealing actions in the world of body language psychology. Why is it so significant? The neck is a deeply vulnerable and sensitive part of the body. Think about it. This area houses arteries, veins, and muscles that connect to the brain. It's a point of sensitivity and, more importantly, trust. When she brushes her fingers lightly across it, tilts her head slightly, or lets her hand linger near her collarbone, she is sending a signal. But this isn't just any signal, it's a display of vulnerability. She's showing you a part of herself that is, in many ways, defenseless. But here's the twist. This isn't about fear. No, this is about trust. It's a sign that she feels comfortable enough with you to let her guard down, even if just for a moment. It's a delicate mix of attraction and instinct. She's saying with her body what words might fail to express. When she's around you, she's not hiding behind closed arms or keeping her distance. She's leaning in, even if her actions are subtle. This is her way of inviting you into her space, her world. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Touching the neck isn't just a sign of emotional openness. It's also tied to arousal. Physiologically, touching the neck can increase blood flow, boost oxygen levels, and enhance alertness. All signs that her body is reacting to your presence, and it's reacting in a way that shows she's emotionally and physically attuned to you. So when her hand moves near her neck, don't just chalk it up to nervousness. It could be a sign that she's emotionally and physically activated by you, her body's way of showing interest that her words might not. So the next time you're with her and she touches her neck, take note of how her body behaves. Is she fidgeting with her legs or thighs? Or perhaps, more tellingly, is her body doing the talking? That soft, lingering motion is more than just a nervous tick. It's her way of saying, you make me feel something. It's a signal of attraction, a clue in the complex dance of body language and love psychology. Her neck isn't just a random body part she touches. It's a key to understanding her deeper feelings and a crucial piece in the puzzle of attraction. In the world of relationships and dating, these subtle body language cues can be the difference between knowing where you stand and missing out on the opportunity. So don't miss it. Learn to read the signs because understanding these signals can elevate your ability to attract women, create deeper connections, and advance toward your relationship goals. Remember, attraction isn't always verbal. Sometimes it's in the unspoken gestures, the subtle touches, and the silent conversations that happen between two people. Keep your eyes open. Sign number 3, her legs or thighs. When a woman touches her legs or thighs around you, it's not just a casual movement, it's a silent yet powerful signal. A subtle shift, a light touch, or the rhythmic crossing and uncrossing of her legs may seem insignificant at first, but make no mistake. These gestures carry profound meaning. In a world where words often fall short, body language speaks volumes. The modern Stoic understands that true control comes not only from the mind, but from being present and aware of one's surroundings. A Stoic doesn't react impulsively. He observes and interprets with depth. Similarly, when a woman adjusts her position, runs a hand across her thigh, or shifts her body, she's not merely reacting to discomfort, she's making a deliberate, albeit unconscious, statement about her attraction. This behavior is a dance of confidence and seduction. It's a way of drawing attention to her without being overt, demonstrating a mastery over her own physical presence. The old Stoic would understand the power of silence, restraint, and intentional action. In the same way, a woman's body language can speak louder than any words. If her movements are synchronized with her eye contact, laughter, and slight leaning towards you, that's a clear indication of genuine attraction. Her body is not only responding to you, but is actively aligning with you, creating a connection that goes beyond words. These gestures may seem simple, but they're often layered with meaning, forming a silent invitation to notice her. This is her way of saying, I want you to see me. It's a quiet but powerful form of attraction, an appeal that doesn't demand attention, but quietly commands it. In today's world, where so much of communication is lost in translation, These body language cues are the purest form of honesty. When you see a woman's leg shift towards you, feel the magnetism of her presence and understand that it's not just about proximity, it's about connection. As a Stoic man, you must recognize these cues not as manipulations, but as signs of alignment, understanding that attraction is a complex, nuanced dance. It's not about chasing or forcing, but about mastering your presence, your own body language, and knowing when to respond. Remember, a Stoic knows that true power lies in the ability to remain composed, to stay present, and to read the subtle signs around you. A woman's body speaks the truth of her feelings. If you're attuned to the message, you'll understand that every small movement is a window into her attraction. So don't overlook these subtle gestures. Don't mistake them for mere distractions or accidental movements. They're not random. They're calculated, intentional, and powerful. Learn to read these signs with the precision of a modern Stoic. Observe, understand, and respond. Let your presence align with hers and understand the power of silent communication. In doing so, you'll not only attract women, but you'll also become a master of connection, a true Stoic in the art of attraction. If you found this insight valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who could benefit from these psychology tips. Make sure to subscribe for more wisdom on understanding attraction. And now, to connect with the content, comment below. I am aware and confident. Let's dive deeper into understanding attraction together. Sign number 4, her lips. There's an undeniable power in the way a woman interacts with her lips when she's around someone she's attracted to. It's subtle, yet magnetic. She may bite them gently, press them together, or trace her finger across them. To an untrained eye, these gestures might seem innocent, even casual. But don't be fooled. Beneath these seemingly small movements lies a storm of subconscious energy, a world of emotions that her lips are desperately trying to communicate. Why? Because the lips are undeniably one of the most sensual parts of the human body. When she touches them in front of you, it's not a random habit or a nervous tic, it's a psychological signal. It's flirtation in its purest form, a magnetic pull, inviting not just emotional connection, but physical closeness as well. These movements don't happen because she's planning them. She's not thinking, let me bite my lips so he notices. No, these gestures are the body's response to an emotional and physical connection. They happen naturally, spontaneously, because of the chemistry between you two. Imagine this. You're talking, maybe sharing a lighthearted joke, and as you speak, she slowly applies lip balm. Not hurriedly, not distractedly, but with focus and precision, gliding it smoothly across her lips. This is not just self-care, it's an invitation. It's her body silently asking, do you see me? Do you want me? Are you paying attention? If you're aware, if you're attuned to the subtle clues she's giving, you'll understand that her lips are doing more talking than her voice ever could. These psychology tips are crucial to understand if you want to navigate the complex world of attraction. These signs, when recognized, can open doors to deeper connections, love advice, and meaningful relationships. Understanding these small, almost imperceptible movements allows you to read the unspoken language of desire. It's a powerful tool for any man who wants to master the art of attraction. Dating tips like these aren't just about reading the obvious. They're about tapping into the deeper, more hidden signals that lead to emotional intimacy. So, the next time you notice her lips doing something unusual, remember, this isn't a coincidence. It's a signal. And if you pay close attention, you can respond in a way that fosters a deeper, more meaningful connection. You must remain alert and present in the moment to fully comprehend the message. Don't overlook the power of the silent language she speaks through her lips. Sign number 5, her collar or necklace. They say actions speak louder than words, And sometimes it's the smallest movements that carry the heaviest meanings. Consider the moment she starts playing with her necklace. She might gently roll a pendant between her fingers, adjust the chain resting against her collarbone, or tug lightly at the collar of her shirt. At first glance, it may seem like a simple habit. Maybe she's just bored or fixing something out of place. But don't be fooled. This gesture is anything but trivial. In the world of body language psychology, this action holds significant weight. The area she's touching is crucial. The collar and necklace sit at the edge of a very intimate zone, her throat and chest, both of which are vulnerable and deeply personal areas. So, when she touches this region in front of you, it often signals more than just a passing gesture. It reveals a mix of nervous excitement, sexual energy, and an unspoken desire to be noticed. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, but don't underestimate its power. Even if she doesn't consciously realize it, she is guiding your gaze toward parts of her body that are delicate and private. It's not accidental, it's strategic. She's giving you a glimpse into her vulnerability while maintaining a sense of control over the situation. Her body language is sending a message louder than words could ever convey. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Fidgeting with jewelry, like her necklace, is a classic self-soothing behavior. It's a way of calming her emotions when she's stirred up by something, in this case, by you. She's feeling a rush of attraction, but she's playing it cool, trying to keep her composure. It's her way of saying, I'm into you, without saying a word. Imagine this scene. You crack a joke, and she laughs. At the same time, her hand absently tugs at the chain of her necklace, adjusting it as she looks down for a moment. Her smile lingers as she looks back up at you. That fleeting moment, that's attraction, disguised as casual behavior. It's her way of inviting attention, but only from you, the one she wants to notice. Her body, through this tiny but meaningful act, is signaling a deeper interest, one that she's not just throwing out to anyone. Understanding this subtle cue can help you better navigate the delicate dance of attraction. The next time you're around her and notice her hand near her collar or necklace, take it as a sign she's engaging with you. Not just with the jewelry, she's showing a desire to connect, to share a little piece of herself with you. And if you're aware enough, it can be the key to unlocking a deeper bond. Attracting women isn't always about grand gestures or over-the-top displays. Often, it's the small, subconscious actions that carry the most weight. Pay attention to these little signs, they speak volumes. Her collar or necklace isn't just an accessory, it's a window into her feelings. Understanding this can help you align with her energy and elevate your connection. In love psychology, these nuanced behaviors are the building blocks of emotional intimacy. The more you tune into these signals, the more you'll understand her unspoken needs and desires. It's not about playing games, it's about recognizing and responding to the subtle cues that shape the dynamics of attraction and relationship goals. If you found this insight valuable, hit that like button, comment below, and share with someone who could benefit from this knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe for more psychology tips to elevate your dating game. Comment to remember, attraction is all in the details and the small gestures speak volumes. Sign number 6, her hair. When a woman starts to fix, twirl, or flip her hair in your presence, it's not merely about styling, it's an act of psychological signaling, deeply rooted in instinct. Hair is one of the most visually powerful features a woman has, and she knows how to use it. Even when she pretends not to, it's intentional. It's her way of managing the emotions she feels around you. Nervousness, excitement, attraction, and it's not random. When she plays with her hair, it's more than just fidgeting. It's a natural release of emotional energy. Women have mastered the art of appearing composed while subtly sending signals that she is interested in you. Think about it. When she gently tucks a lock of hair behind her ear, it's not a decision based on necessity. It's a calculated move, designed to draw your attention. Her hair becomes a tool to guide your eyes to the places where attraction simmers. her face, her eyes, her neck, and her smile. This subtle form of body language isn't loud or obvious, it's quiet, but profoundly powerful. She doesn't need to say a word. Her movements, her body, do the talking for her. The hair, in this case, becomes a poetic messenger of her emotions and intentions, quietly declaring, "I'm interested." In psychological terms, this is known as a preening gesture, a form of grooming done in the presence of someone she finds desirable. It's not a random habit. It's a deliberate action that signals attraction without making it obvious. She may not openly declare, "I like you," but her body is rehearsing the message, and you can hear it in the movement of her hair. This is why it's so important to notice these moments. When a woman touches her hair while talking to you, understand that it's a key indicator of her feelings. Her heart is speaking through her actions, even if her mouth remains silent. The modern Stoic man understands this principle. He knows that attraction is not always verbal. Sometimes it's about noticing the subtleties, those tiny, almost invisible gestures that reveal what words cannot. The Stoics believed in mastering their emotions, but they also understood that human connection isn't always about control. It's about observation and awareness. To be aware of these signals is to be aware of your own power and presence. So next time you find yourself in a conversation with a woman and notice her playing with her hair, remember this. The old Stoics would tell you that the external world reflects the inner world. This action, though small, speaks volumes about her interest in you. Don't let it pass unnoticed. Recognize the power in the silence, the subtlety, the preening. Understand the message. She's showing interest, and you should respond with your own composed, deliberate presence. In modern Stoicism, mastery of self and surroundings is key. Let her gestures guide your understanding, and let your actions be just as intentional. The way she plays with her hair is not just an idle habit. It's her way of saying, "I like you," without ever saying a word. The Stoic man knows to listen to this quiet language, to let it inform his next move. You must do the same. Sign number 7, her ears or earrings. When a woman touches her ears or earrings in front of you, it's a subtle yet powerful sign of attraction, one that can easily go unnoticed. This isn't just a random movement, it's a psychological signal, a form of nonverbal communication that speaks volumes. If she touches her ears, tugs at her earrings, or even tucks her hair behind her ear repeatedly while looking at you, it's more than mere fidgeting. It's an emotional response, a sign that you're affecting her on a deeper level. You see, the ears are highly sensitive, located near the neck and face, and when a woman draws attention to them, especially while in your presence, it's a layered gesture. On the surface, it may seem like she's just making herself comfortable, but in reality, she's trying to manage the excitement building within her. This is known as self-adapter behavior, a term in psychology that describes the actions we take to soothe internal emotional arousal. When she's doing this, it's not out of boredom or nervousness. It's because you're making her feel something. Picture this. She's sitting across from you, smiling as you give her a compliment. She tucks her hair behind her ear, her fingers brushing against her earring, only to repeat the motion again and again. This may seem like a casual gesture, but it's a sign that her emotions are stirred. She's trying to handle the butterflies in her stomach, yet she's drawing your attention to herself at the same time. It's shy, soft, and subtle, but it's filled with meaning. Psychologically, this behavior is a clear indicator that she's interested in you. If you notice her pairing this with a shy smile or slightly lowered eyes, it's a strong sign that she's not only paying attention to you, but that you're the center of her focus. It's a gesture that says, "I like you," without words. In the world of love advice and dating tips, understanding these small yet significant signals can give you a deeper insight into a woman's feelings. She's letting you know that she's emotionally engaged, that you're not just occupying her space, you're occupying her thoughts. So, next time you catch her touching her earrings or brushing her hair behind her ear, recognize it for what it is, a sign of interest, a gesture of attraction that speaks louder than words. And don't forget, paying attention to these details is part of understanding the psychology of attraction and deepening your connection. If you're noticing these signs, you're seeing more than just simple gestures. You're witnessing emotional signals that reveal what words cannot. When she touches her earrings, it's not just an accident. It's a sign that you're the one she's focused on. If you've learned something new today, comment below. I recognize the signs and I'm ready to take action. Sign number 8, her phone. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful modern-day signals of all, her phone. At first glance, you might think she's distracted, constantly picking it up, tapping the screen, setting it down only to pick it up again. You could easily assume that she's disengaged, bored, or just scrolling aimlessly. But here's the twist. The truth is far more revealing. It could mean that she's focused entirely on you, so much so that her phone becomes her psychological safety net. Watch closely. If she's not scrolling or texting, but instead holding the phone, flipping it in her hand, tapping it, and setting it back down, that's not boredom. That's emotional friction. Her nervous system is activated. She's struggling to regulate the excitement you're triggering in her. The phone becomes a decoy, a psychological crutch to keep her hands busy, to avoid giving away how much she's actually feeling. This might seem subtle, but it's a powerful signal. It's her attempt to mask the storm of emotions that your presence is stirring within her. Now, let me tell you something important. If she truly didn't care about you, she wouldn't be this meticulous with her phone. She'd be scrolling endlessly, texting nonstop, lost in the digital world, fully detached from her surroundings. But when she keeps fiddling with it without engaging, that's a clear sign. She's trying to act casual, trying to maintain a sense of detachment, but in reality, she's hyper aware of you. It's almost like her phone becomes the distraction from her attraction to you. Think about this for a second. Have you ever noticed her glance down at the screen, smile, and then quickly look away? That smile isn't because of the phone, it's because of you. She might try to hide it behind her phone, pretending to be disinterested, but every little movement betrays her true feelings. Her fingers may be trembling, her body on high alert, her mind completely captivated by your presence. The phone is no longer a device, it's simply a tool to manage the emotional tension you've sparked in her. When a woman likes you, sometimes she doesn't want to make it too obvious. She doesn't want to let her feelings show too clearly, so she hides behind her phone, playing it cool, appearing detached. But the reality is that every little touch of her phone is a signal. She's trying to calm the emotional storm you're causing inside her. It's a delicate balancing act. She wants you to know she's interested, but she doesn't want to appear too eager. This is where the phone comes in, acting as both a crutch and a cover for the emotions she's struggling to manage. So, when she handles her phone like it's suddenly become the most interesting object in the world, but never actually uses it, don't mistake it for disinterest. That's not indifference, that's the storm inside her. She's trying to calm herself, to hide the feelings that are bubbling to the surface. This is a key moment for you, a sign that you've caught her attention, and she's trying to keep it cool even when her heart is racing. This is love psychology at play. It's a subtle, powerful cue that she's emotionally engaged even if she doesn't show it openly. The next time you see her fiddling with her phone, pay attention. It's not about the phone, it's about what's happening inside her. She's showing you that you're the one she's focused on, even when she's trying to act like she's not. Remember, if you want to attract women, understanding these small, subtle signs is crucial. It's all about love psychology and recognizing the deeper layers of communication. Don't miss these opportunities to connect on a deeper level, to build the relationship you desire. Stay aware, stay present, and watch for the signs. This is how you navigate the dance of attraction, one small signal at a time. Sign number 9, her fingers or hands when she has nothing to hold. When it comes to reading attraction cues, many men miss subtle but powerful signals that women give off. One such signal is in her hands, particularly when she's not holding anything. No phone, no drink, no purse. You might think her hands are just idle, but they're far from it. When she's rubbing her fingers together, lightly wringing her hands, or tapping her fingers on a surface, these aren't signs of boredom. They're signs of emotional energy searching for release. Her body is trying to express something that her words haven't caught up to yet. As a modern Stoic, it's crucial to recognize these moments and understand them for what they truly are: displacement behaviors, a term psychologists use to describe those small, repetitive actions that help us manage tension or arousal. This behavior is her body's way of processing emotions that words can't express. It's a form of self-regulation, but it also reflects her growing attraction. Now, don't be fooled, these aren't random movements. When a woman engages in this behavior, especially while maintaining eye contact, smiling softly, or laughing gently, it's far beyond casual fidgeting. It's emotional overflow. Her hands are speaking a language that her voice hasn't caught up to. As the old Stoic philosophy teaches, the eyes are the windows to the soul, and in this case, her hands become a mirror to her internal state. They're telling you she's feeling something deeper, something real. The next time you find yourself in close proximity, observe her hands. If she's fiddling with her fingers or tracing along her palm, she's showing you her vulnerability, her attraction, and her desire for connection. This is more than subtle flirting. It's a profound physical response to the emotional tension that you've unknowingly created. You must take notice of these signs and understand their significance. Don't ignore them. Let them guide you, and in turn, learn to connect more deeply. As a Stoic, control your emotions. But don't mistake silence for indifference. Sometimes it's a sign of attraction so strong it can't be hidden. Recognize the message, because when you do, you gain mastery over the dynamics of human connection. Sign number 10, her ankles or feet. It may surprise you, but pay close attention next time. This often overlooked signal can reveal more than you realize. When a woman is sitting near you, especially during a conversation or while sharing space for an extended period, focus on her feet and ankles. If she starts crossing and uncrossing her ankles, curling her feet under her chair, or gently swaying her foot while her legs are crossed, it's not a random movement. These subtle gestures are more revealing than you think. Foot and ankle movements are controlled by the least consciously controlled muscles in our body. This means when they move, the truth slips out. And here's the deeper insight. Restless feet typically reflect nervous energy, often stirred by someone she's emotionally aware of, namely, you. Repeated shifting or repositioning usually signals that she's trying to appear calm while managing her internal tension. But if her feet start pointing toward you, even when her upper body is turned away, it's a directional cue of interest. Her subconscious is already leaning in your direction, a silent but powerful invitation. Watch for one more telltale sign. If she begins dipping the toe of her shoe up and down or slipping it halfway off her foot. This is an age-old body language sign of sensual comfort and flirtation, a signal that she feels at ease enough to let her guard down around you. So, next time you think she seems calm, take a glance down. Beneath the stillness of her face, her feet, the emotional storm, might be revealing the turmoil brewing inside her. Her words may be trying to hide, but every touch, every small movement, every fidget, tug, glance, or brush of her fingers across her body is a code. These aren't just coincidences, they are emotional codes rooted in vulnerability, desire, and subconscious attraction. Once you learn to read them, you'll never again wonder, is she into me? Because the signs are right there in her hands, her posture, her body language, they speak volumes. Remember these psychology tips and love advice. Pay attention to the subtle signals that speak louder than words. Dating tips like these will guide you through the complexities of attraction with ease. Hey there, thanks for sticking around till the end. I hope you found these insights into attraction as fascinating as I did. Now, let's wrap this up with something important. Pay close attention to those subtle, unconscious gestures, like adjusting her sleeve, touching her neck, or playing with her hair. These are not just habits, they're whispers from her subconscious. When a woman likes you, her body speaks even before her mind fully realizes it. So the next time you're around her, watch carefully. Those small touches could reveal more than you think. It's not just about words, it's about instincts, and instincts never lie. If you're serious about understanding the signs of attraction, don't ignore these little clues. The more you recognize them, the better you'll get at navigating relationships and connections. And remember, attraction isn't always loud. It's often quiet, subtle, and oh so powerful. If this video opened your eyes to these subtle signs, imagine what else you're missing when it comes to understanding human behavior and attraction. Hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell because we've got more content coming your way. Trust me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.